Welcome in, everybody. It is our Boulevard Home Game of the Week, a special Game of the Week tonight. This is the first round of the state playoffs. We have Snow Canyon and we have Green Canyon here at the Jungle Snow Canyon High School. Welcome in, everybody. This broadcast being brought to you by the Fan Sports Network and in conjunction with KSL Sports as well. Caden Formaster here, as well as Paul Ratliff. Paul, welcome in. How are you today?
Great. I'm just elated to be here, man. Blessed to have a playoff game in St. George to be at, and we got two great teams going tonight. A lot of athletes on the floor. I'm just excited to see what's going to take place tonight.
So we have the Warriors and the Wolves. Both of these teams have met up before as well. We're going to be talking about that previous meetup and looking at the 4A boys basketball tournament as well, as we got the 4th seed and the 13th seed. Before we hop into all of the action here, as we're broadcasting here with the Fan Sports Network, there are a lot of games going on across our Region 10 and Region 11 schools, and a good chunk of those games being broadcast to you live on the fansportsnetwork.com. So make sure you head on over there to catch some boys and girls state basketball action here through the first round. Of course, again, we're bringing you Snow Canyon and Green Canyon. As I mentioned before, both of these teams have met up previously. What was the outcome of that matchup? Well, Snow Canyon got the win. It was a close one, though.
Yeah, Snow Canyon's played some tight games throughout the season, but they've really hit their stride down the stretch here. Owen Mackey leads the state in points per 32 minutes at 29.6. He's an electric scorer that has remarkable feel from all levels of the court, and he's really taken over down the stretch. You've seen him foster this team and take it in as his own and start to win these games by taking over himself. In the game I just saw him against Desert Hills last week, he had 35 points, a career high. I mean, this guy's just hitting his stride. He's hot at the right time. This team is trending up towards going into the playoffs, and now we get to see their first matchup tonight.
Not to mention Owen Mackey also tweaked his ankle a couple of times this season. Each time he's gone out, and then the game after he gets back, you can tell he misses the game because he puts on a show. As you mentioned, a high in the last game after he was coming off of an injury. The time before when he had an injury, he came off of one. He scored, I want to say 31 or so in that game coming off injury. So, again, it's just a slight ankle tweak here or there is enough to just say, hey, don't worry about it. We're playing well. Rest up. We'll need you. And tonight's one of those nights that they need him. It's the beginning of the playoffs. And I get that, you know what, they're a 4 seed. They're a high-seeded team going up against the second lowest ranked team in the state. So in theory, should Snow Canyon get this win? Yeah, they're definitely favored, right?
Yeah.
But they don't want to take chances. Owen Mackey's playing tonight.
That's right, but for Green Canyon, they come in at 5-16, but they're kind of got that puncher's chance type mentality. Just keep the game close, keep it within 8 to 10 points, just hang around till the end and have a shot to win the game. But they're playing with house money, and they would put the state of Utah on notice if they were able to pull off the upset in the jungle tonight. But one of the big questions for me, Caden, is if the star of the Wolves, the Green Canyon Wolves, Jared Anderson, who averages 17.5 points per game, he hasn't played the last 2 games. Kind of wondering if that's a load management thing, getting him ready for the playoffs, or if he's actually got an injury that's hampering him in his ability to play tonight. I guess we'll just have to see. We'll keep you updated. Obviously, we'll have the starting lineups here soon. But that's a storyline to watch going forward.
Yeah, it is. And again, we talk about needing certain guys on your team. Anderson's the guy they need on that team.
Absolutely.
They need him to be in there and playing to 100%, right? They need him to be 100% healthy. They've sat him for a little bit. He'll be playing tonight. Now, again, we talked about these two teams have matched up before between Snow Canyon and Green Canyon. In the last matchup, Jared Anderson had 26 points. He shot 60%. His effective field goal percentage was 80. So, again, that's just a lights-out performance from Jared Anderson the last 2 times these guys met up. But, you know, let's talk about this, okay? We're in our Findlay Subaru pregame show. Let's talk Findlay Subaru keys to the game. If you don't mind, one of my first ones for Green Canyon is you need a second scorer. Jared Anderson, last time these 2 teams matched up, he was the scorer.
Yeah.
Other guys, of course, got on the board, but, again, he had 26. The next closest had 7.
Ooh.
You need another guy.
Absolutely right, Cade. I agree with you there. For me, for Green Canyon, I would say don't let Snow Canyon get their tempo of up and down run and gun basketball. If this becomes a track meet where they're turning the ball over and giving Snow Canyon extra opportunities, it's going to be a long night for the Wolves.
We've seen the transition offense from Snow Canyon has led to many a dunk, many an alley-oop. I mean, whatever you want to call it. They are a high-flying team, this Warrior team. They're not afraid to throw down on a fast break, and they will. I expect to see a little bit of that tonight because here's the other thing. They're playing in the jungle. This is their home. They are going to be hyped. They have the crowd here wearing all pink. We'll get to that in a second as well. They're ready to rock and roll.
Yeah, they're amped up for this one. You can tell the community, the crowd, the students have rallied around this team and getting ready for this playoff run. As we've seen such an exciting basketball team this whole year, it's not just Owen Mackey. You know, I saw in the Desert Hills game last week, just referencing that game one more time, Will Warner, his cousin, Mackey's cousin, had 7 steals, was just all over the court making plays everywhere, was like a playing cornerback on the defense for the Warriors. I mean, he was just everywhere all the time, and he's a defensive X factor, and I think he's going to play a big hand in this game as well.
Let's take a little bit of a break, 2-minute break. When we come back, let's talk about Will Warner and Owen Mackey and a little bit of behind the scenes, something that's a little more family related, close home for them, and something that Snow Canyon as a fan base is doing tonight to support these guys. So after the break, when we return, that storyline coming up next.
Your own relaxing, comfortable space. Boulevard Home offers the guaranteed best prices on furniture, appliances, mattresses, and more. And buy with no interest financing. Shop Boulevard Home, because home is who we are.
Utah is growing, and we're growing too. What started on the U of U campus has grown to over 110,000 members with 20 locations, and we're ready to meet even more of you. More than a campus or a branch, we are Utah's teachers, businesses, and families. For over 65 years, we've been part of your community, and while our name is changing, our commitment to you is not. University Credit Union is now You First Credit Union. See why it's getting even better here. Welcome to You First.
From bold statements to subtle compliments, Wilkinson's House of Lighting will help you more fully enjoy all the different spaces in your home. Stop in and see what's new at Wilkinson's House of Lighting, a proud sponsor of Region 10 Athletics.
When it comes to your child's teeth, Dr. Cody and his experienced staff at Johnson Pediatric Dentistry are game changers. So when it comes to checkups, a toothache, or any problem with your kid's teeth, call experienced veteran Dr. Cody Johnson at Johnson Pediatric Dentistry, 628-0511.
Need an appliance or two? AWP's got you. Check out the remodeled expansive showroom, highlighting the Cafe series with colors like matte black, matte white, and modern glass. Make your kitchen stand out. Come see the local boys at AWP across the freeway from the Bloomington Walmart.
Hey, it's Sheldon Demke. Check out the latest episode of What's on the Menu, a behind-the-scenes tour of local restaurants. We'll see some of their favorite dishes and get an inside look on how these dishes are prepared. Check out this week's episode at stgeorgenews.com and click the shows on the menu tab.
Welcome back in, everybody, here to Snow Canyon High School, getting ready for this state basketball matchup between the Snow Canyon Warriors and the Green Canyon Wolves. Caden Formaster here and Paul Ratliff with you on the broadcast tonight. As we hop into the pregame show, you may notice that the crowd over there wearing a lot of pink today, and that's not just it's not just something that they decided to throw together just willy-nilly. This is for a reason tonight. The pink out in honor of Will Warner and Owen Mackey's grandma, 2 players that play for the Warriors, their grandma Leslie. So in honor of her, they decided to wear pink tonight, which again, it's not just the student, a lot of the fan base has gotten involved as well, as she's sadly passed away. So in support of those guys and the family, they have worn pink. And going around social media is the hashtag #LoveLikeLeslie. So pretty special night for this fan base as they are supporting their own, as these 2 guys out there on the court are going to be playing in memory of her.
Yeah, with heavy hearts tonight for Owen Mackey and Will Warner. And we see that it's not just the students like you're saying, Kate. We see smatterings of pink throughout the crowd. And I always love how the community supports causes here in St. George. It's always been a community that rallies behind people. So I'm excited to see how this crowd comes out. Just because they're wearing pink doesn't mean they're going to be loud, but I've got a prediction they're going to be pretty loud tonight too.
And I think they will, and you know the other side of the benches, cross court, normally is filled with the visiting team, and I get it. It's a long drive from Green Canyon. Hopefully we have some Green Canyon fans tonight on the broadcast with us, and if you are, we appreciate having you here with us at this broadcast in Southern Utah. You can't be in the bleachers, but you can be with us on the broadcast, and we appreciate that just as much. And this place is going to start to get loud. It's the jungle for a reason. That's why they call it that, right? So this is going to be a really loud, fun atmosphere as Green Canyon and Snow Canyon both come back onto the court for the warm-ups tonight. Let's finish off with our Findlay Subaru keys to the game, Paul. What else you got for us?
For Snow Canyon, I say to make this game a track meet. You know, get up and down the floor as much as you can. Green Canyon, they're limited with their depth, I think. So I think that if you're able to get into that bench a little bit, get the fouls up for them, get in the run and gun game, I think that benefits Snow Canyon. Another key, I think, is Will Warner. He's my X factor. He's the guy that's going to change the game tonight defensively. He's the guy that can on-ball defend, break down, their best player on a team. I wouldn't be surprised to see him on Jared Anderson. I could just see him taking him out of the game completely with his defensive one-on-one breakdowns and the ability to steal the ball. So he's my X factor. And then for Green Canyon, like I said, try to keep the tempo down and keep the possessions, the extra possessions for Snow Canyon, the offensive rebounds and turnovers to a minimum if you're going to want a chance to win this game and pull the upset in a huge 4-13 matchup here at the Jungle tonight.
Yeah, one of the, talking for Green Canyon side of things too, yeah, we know Jared Anderson, he's averaging 17.5 points a game. And hopefully they have him back out there on the court tonight as he's been gone for a little bit. But someone else to look out for, their second leading scorer, and I hope I get this name correct.
I know the name you're about to try here.
His name is Isaac Philomoahala.
Yeah.
I want to say that's how you say it, and if I am correct,
I think that's great.
If I'm correct, let me know. If I'm incorrect, forgiveness is asked. That's all. That's all I can say, right? So tonight during the game, I may not be calling his full last name out, Philomoahala, but I hopefully that's correct last name. But he's a good shooter. You know, he's averaging 45%, best on the team. He doesn't shoot a ton, obviously, because the points per game isn't there, but the point percentage is there. Field goal percentage is there. So if they can get him up there, maybe around the 13, 14 point mark, that'd be great.
Yeah, and he's also their leading rebounder at 6.3 boards per game. He's a rim protector. He's a guy that can help them out in a variety of different ways defensively. Obviously, like you say, he's not quite the offensive output that you'd want, but you've got that from Anderson. He can be Batman to his Robin. So we'll see how those two play tonight as we're about to get going here from inside the Jungle.
Yeah, getting ready to lower that American flag down, and we will be shortly underway with a national anthem and more. Take this time to thank Boulevard Home as our sponsor for tonight's ball game here in Southern Utah. They're making your house a home for over 48 years. As we wrap up the Findlay Subaru pregame show tonight, this is going to be a fantastic matchup that we're excited for. Again, it's the beginning of the state championship, and we've had some good broadcasts here for the first round of the playoffs. Just a couple years ago, Logan came down, the Grizzlies taking on the Warriors. It was an overtime thriller, and Snow Canyon barely pulling away with that win. That one was a lot of fun. Last year, Snow Canyon heading all the way and getting the championship. So Snow Canyon is definitely no stranger to good playoff games, but this game tonight should be no different. Green Canyon and Snow Canyon getting ready to get underway here tonight. So we're going to take a break for the national anthem and be right back after this.
I created this firm with the goal of making sure we always put the clients very first. Adams Wealth Advisory is a financial planning firm that is combined with an investment firm to be able to provide the best possible outcomes for our clients.
When a client walks in the office, I want them to feel welcome. They're not just our clients, they're our friends.
We really start from the ground up, setting our goals, understanding your situation, and then building the plan to maximize that quality of life throughout retirement and ultimately to your heirs.
We've never met two clients that have exactly the same goals or the same needs, the same assets. And so we have to be very innovative for our clients.
When a client walks into the office, I want them to feel like they have a team that is full-time working for them.
The team-based approach in this business is very unusual. We're able to bring a team together of multiple professionals with different skill sets to work together to better clients' lives.
So if you've amassed wealth and you're looking for something different, something that looks at different asset classes, that incorporates real estate and private equity and hedge funds, then that's what we're here for. That's what Adams Wealth does.
The sophistication that we can implement for clients' plans is far beyond what other firms can do, whether small or large.
A call at 435-251-9102. Hey, it's Luke with Udine Associates at American Family Insurance. At Udine Associates, we love insurance so you don't have to. With a quick call, we can get you an instant quote with the right coverage.
When it comes to your child's teeth, Dr. Cody and his experienced staff at Johnson Pediatric Dentistry are game changers. So when it comes to checkups, a toothache, or any problem with your kid's teeth, call experienced veteran Dr. Cody Johnson at Johnson Pediatric Dentistry, 628-0511. When it comes to your child's teeth, Dr.
Project
Cody.
at work or around the house? Well, think Bucks Ace Hardware. Think Bucks for all the top brands like DeWalt, Milwaukee, and Stihl. Plus, Bucks has the best sporting goods department. You've got to see their gun department. It's stocked with a great selection of guns and ammo and accessories. 2 locations at the Dino Crossing in St. George or State Street in Hurricane. Got a project at work or around the house?
Everybody, welcome back. Time for the House of Jump starting lineups, and you can jump, dunk, dodge. They encourage you to bounce off their walls at the House of Jump, and of course, 415 South Dixie Drive. Let's meet the starting lineup for the Cedar Reds coming down from Cedar City here tonight. You've got Coach Tyler Monks in his first year, but he was on staff with Coach Esplin. You've got number 23, Boston Garrett. Number 24, Ty Bronson. He's finally healthy, which is huge for this team. Stockton Albrecht, probably named after legendary John Stockton. The guy that's been a really pleasant surprise is junior Landon Kreitzer. And then the other starter tonight is number 1, I think, Nathan Rogers. Those are your starters, brought to you by House of Jump. Thunder getting introduced right now. Lights are down low. Thunderstruck. There's Chomp Jones, Eli Allred, a junior. Chomp's a senior. Landon Esplin introduced. Landon Esplin, another senior. There's 6 of them on this roster. Lincoln Holmes, who back on the 1st of February signed to play college football at Carroll College up in Helena, Montana. And there is Boston Holbrook, another senior. And again, appreciate House of Jump bringing you our starting lineups. Thanks to Finley Subaru for bringing the pregame show and our title sponsor, Boulevard Home. And of course, one more thing, House of Jump, if we get a dunk tonight, keep listening or watching. We'll give you a text-in number that you can text to get 1 hour free jump time at the House of Jump. Thunder wearing the home whites with the D Hills, the black numbers, the Burgundy Road Reds with the gold numbers for Cedar High School, and we close in on the tip-off. Again, Desert Hills won both regular season meetings, and we'll see what the third matchup brings. And it'll be Eli Allred and Ty Bronson here to tip things off. Again, Ty missed some time, was injured. He is healthy, and that's been a big plus. Tip is won by the Reds, and we are underway. And let's play some basketball. Play-by-play brought to you by Luke Beauty at American Family Insurance. Outside, it's Over to Kreitzer, looking inside to Bronson, guarded by Boston Holbrook. Man-to-man defense applied by the Thunder. Bronson goes up and under, off the window too strong. And the ball is saved to Holbrook, and Desert Hills gets a stop on the opening possession. Seed will match up man-to-man defense. Lincoln Holmes with the ball out top. Kicks over to Eli Allred, triple short. And tracked down and saved by Esplin. What a save with the go-go gadget arms.
Great hustle. I thought he was out of bounds, but he was able to still get it up and over to his teammate.
Fresh shot clock, but we've got a foul on the play, and it looks like it's going to be a block down low against Cedar High. Glad you're with us tonight. We're going to be jumping around with our coverage on the radio side on the fansportsnetwork.com. You can watch and listen to this game in its entirety. But on the radio side, we're going to be jumping around between the Snow Canyon, Green Canyon game, the Mountain Crest at Crimson Cliffs game, as well as this one. So we'll be jumping around. But if you're looking for 4 of the games